Hello, agents. Hello, everyone. So welcome back. So today we're taking a look at an ultimate comparison. I'll explain to you why I'm going to call this the ultimate comparison between a MYGA and an FIA. And it has something to do with this right here, 3.89 10-year yield. That was 5% not long ago. That was 7% higher yesterday. So it's down 7% in 2 days. You're going to see a decrease in rates. So that's why I want to talk about this ultimate comparison. So this is going to be a 7-year long-term comparison of an actual two policies that were issued both in November. So let's just take a quick look at the ultimate comparison. A MYGA at 6% versus an FIA cap guaranteed not to drop below 11 for 7 years. So what is this going to look like? So I'm going to do this like once a year for 7 years, and we'll see at the end of 7 years who came out better, the 7% fixed, the 6% fixed or the 11% cap. So, and I did this yesterday, so it's probably already different, but here's how it breaks down, and let's go ahead and jump into the full capture of this. Okay, so both of these policies are going to start with this premium here, well, $11,168, and I'll get into why that number was specific in a minute. So there's two products here. The first one is going to be an FIA. It's a 7-year product with an annual reset of the S&P 500 annual lock-in with a cap of 11%. So whatever the S&P does for the year, you get 100% of that up to the cap, right? So how does that work? The starting number for that S&P on this contract was 45.47. So that's the number. So basically you have to be up about 500 points from there to get the full 11, right? So it would have to be closer to like 5,000, right? So, and the other one is the MYGA straight at 6%. So that's just your growth product, right? A deferred annuity, MYGA, like a CD at the bank kind of, works the same way, fixed interest rate for a certain amount of time. That's how it works. It's not exactly the same, but that's how it works. So it's going to get 6% for the whole term. So that's how it lays out. So as time goes on, we're going to fill all these out. It's going to we can kind of look at the deferred one, the MYGA, right away, because we know exactly what it's going to do. This is what the MYGA is going to look like in 7 years. So every year when I do it, we already know these answers here. This over here, we don't know until the end of the year. However, the cool thing about my favorite crediting method, the annual reset, annual lock-in, annual point-to-point, is that at any time of the year, you can go ahead and look. And so yesterday, when I looked at this on the 13th, the S&P was now at 46.95, which means this product was up 3.2% already in the month of November. And there's no accumulation because it can go up and down. So it's up again today from this, so it would be higher. But, this could go all the way to 6,000 right here. But before the anniversary, go back down below 45 and you earn zero. So none of these gains on the FIA are realized until the anniversary. But you can go and look and say, hey, look, if the year ended today, I'd be up 3.2%. And that's 1 month. So this thing could easily cap out at 11 if the market keeps doing what it's doing for this year. So the good thing about these, and then once you have that 11 or whatever gains are locked in on this side, are locked in on this accumulation value. And as the years go on, we'll explain that. I'm sure there'll be a down year, 1 year, and we'll show how the accumulation value doesn't decrease, but the S&P start number would. So that's annual reset, annual point to point. I've done full videos on that crediting method and how it works and how the annual point to point works. So you can check that out. So let's get into why the premium, right? So this client, she wanted a $20,000. Let me move my head. See, $20,000 at the end of 10 years. So this actual 7-year MYGA is really a 10-year MYGA. We're just going to do a 7-year comparison of the two. And if I want, I can drag it out 3 years to say, hey, after that, what they renew the cap at, or could I do better somewhere else for those 3 years? And then we can do a further comparison from 7 to 10 because we know this is going to be 20. So who knows, in 7 years, the FIA may be worth 20 already if it does really well, right? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at this ultimate comparison. And again, the reason I'm calling this an ultimate comparison is because I nailed these things at the highest rates, an 11% cap and a 6% MYGA. Those are about as high, and a guaranteed cap. So you might be able to get a 13, but you can't trust it. It's going to stay at 13. It could drop to 8 in year 7, right? This one's 11 and it's guaranteed not to change. So I think this is a beautiful comparison between two products at the top of their game for the last, say, 20 years. These are some of the top rates we've seen. So it's going to be a fun experiment. So we got 7 years, so it'll end in 2030. And that's when we'll know the exact results of how all this worked out. So here's just some disclosures on that. I hope I got through everything I wanted to discuss on that. But yeah, this is going to be a long-term, long-time deal, a long-time comparison, so we can actually look at real numbers, because people always talk concept, theories, what happened. Here's a real-life scenario, apples to apples, basically on, when it was deposited and in the same rate environment. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you're all having a good day, good week, getting ready for the holidays and all. We are. And, if you have anything on the fence, agents, you got any clients on the fence, it's a fire sale. It's time to talk to them and say, hey, rates might be declining. Remember, applications can hold rates sometimes up to 45 days. So for transfers and stuff. So if you're thinking, hey, if you got something going in January, maybe it might be time to start to ink that app. You can always cancel it, but it's good to lock in the rate, because we don't know. They just keep going down. No one expected this much reduction. I think just a couple weeks ago, we're looking at a 5.5 Treasury going up. So maybe it'll come back up. But with all the jobs reports and everything else that's come out, and inflation and everything, and with the Fed saying they may reduce rates, not looking great for increases. So anyway, that's where we're at here for December 14th, 2023. Thanks for watching. For the most up-to-date information, be sure to follow me on LinkedIn and all our other social media over there. On LinkedIn, I do the most posts. And 800-373-9697 for any questions you have regarding annuities. Agents need licensing, contracting, quotes, all that good stuff. We walk you through it. 1035 exchanges. You guys go out and sell. We'll handle the back office stuff. And for everybody else, remember, no fees, just insurance guarantees. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.